Hey guys, thanks for watching. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about worms. I've learned a valuable lesson this past week on how serious worms can be, specifically the Meningeal worm. Behind me I have my two goats, purebred Nubians that I raise, started showing symptoms earlier this week. Today's Wednesday, and just 3 days ago I noticed that the female, her name is Diamond, wasn't able to get around very well. Staggering, very off balance. I thought maybe she had a stroke. It turned out that what it is the meningeal worm. There's a couple signs and symptoms that I've learned since this has happened that I probably could have identified it sooner. And unfortunately, I didn't, and well, lesson learned. I'll show you a video here in a second of some of those signs that we saw earlier on that we unfortunately didn't raise any red flags. So just a couple days after she started with her symptoms, our male goat, Rudy, who's behind me right now, started acting funny as well, off balance. I saw him fall down. So what we did is we contacted the vet. He came over last night, and his prognosis was not very good. He said he doesn't know if they're going to survive or not. However, he did give us 3 different medications, and I'll name those off to you guys. For Rudy, the male, we're giving 4 milliliters of ivermectin, 10 milliliters of dexamethasone, and 2 milliliters of Banamine. And I have all these medications drawn up here and ready to go. We're giving those medications once a day, around 5 o'clock tonight, so another 2 hours. We'll give him another round. So this is my Lady Diamond. We got the blanket on her because we were keeping an eye on her temperature, and it was getting low. Goats normally run 102 or so would be their normal body temperature, and hers was down below 100. So at night we've been putting the blanket on her. What we noticed, excuse me, what we noticed, I noticed a few weeks, maybe even a month ago, is that she was starting to get these patches of fur coming out. There's some here and then on the bottom of her neck as well. You can see right there. I didn't know what to make of it. She is an older goat. She's pushing 10 years old. And I thought, well, maybe this is just her aging and she's not going to be with us much longer. No idea it could have been worms. What it turns out, what I found is that the meningeal worm actually works their way into the goat's brain and causes all these neurological problems. So, but the skin patches is an indicator that could be the problem. So day one, she was very, very out of it. We couldn't get her to stand up. We gave her some of the medications that we were told to. We've been giving her hay. She eats fine. She drinks fine. It's like she has her wits about her, which is the weird part. But she just can't walk. She's just very unstable. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you guys. Put some water, give it to her, and she's all about it. She'll drink like crazy, she'll eat hay like crazy, she'll eat her grain, no problem. She just can't stand up. After this video, I'll make sure they get their grain and hay squared away, but I just wanted to take this opportunity to show you guys what's going on with these goats. Now this is Rudy, and he started exhibiting similar symptoms a couple days after Diamond went down. She couldn't stand on her own. He doesn't have any patches of fur missing, not that I've seen in stripes or anything like Diamond does, but you can see his eyes. One thing the vet told us to look at would be the inside of the mouth color, and you can see his still has some pink to it, and their eyelids. And it still has some pink to it too, and even the vet last night was surprised how pink the eyelids. Sorry, Diamond. How pink the eyelids are in them. Now that one actually looks pretty white. But like I said, they have their wits about them. We did speak with the vet. He informed us that they're not in any type of pain or suffering. So that in mind, we want to try to nurse them back to health instead of putting them down. Some people's opinion would be to just put them down and be done with it, but I feel that if there's a chance that they'll survive and they're not in any pain right now, they're worth hanging on to. Lesson learned. Since this has happened, I've done a lot of research on dewormers and not a lot of natural dewormers that are out there. I read a really interesting veterinary study on charcoal, and they used to use that as a supplement for livestock, and that's not just goats, it's pigs and cattle and horses and everything. And they would just take these pieces of coal and the animals would eat it, and it naturally would absorb any toxins that are in the body, including killing worms. Now, I feel that that's probably more of a preventative thing. Where we're at now with them, we do need the heavy medication. But in the future, definitely, again, lesson learned, we're going to start trying the coal and charcoal feeding it to the animals. I've also read that diatomaceous earth can work to help clear out worms. Not sure if that's just the ones that are in the digestive system, or if they'll do something else to help clear out the ones that have spread. So for anybody out there who might find themselves in a similar situation, or they might see some indicators that your animals aren't acting right, try and think about when was the last time you had them wormed. What are you doing to prevent worms? They say that the high humidity and moisture and stagnant water, that kind of stuff can really increase the worm load. The one vet asked me if there's a lot of deer around here. Of course there's a lot of deer around here. We're in rural upstate New York. He said that this meningeal worm typically comes from white-tailed deer, and we do have a ton of those around. So they defecate on the grass, and the goats eat the grass, and that's how they get them. So you definitely want to make sure that you're deworming your animals just like you're supposed to, whatever regimen that might be that's correct for you and your situation. All right, well, thanks for watching. I will keep you guys updated on where we're at. Hopefully my goats get better. It'd be a sad day if we had to put them down. One other note I wanted to mention is that we have other goats in this family. We have one adult female and 3 babies that were born this year. No problems with any of them. Of course, since this has happened, we've made sure that we got the dewormer into them. But it's strange that these 2 goats here were able to pick this worm up, and the other 4 have not. Thanks for watching. Wish me luck. If there's any other videos out there you guys would like to see, we're into a lot of things here. We have beekeeping, sawmill, haymaking, like have pigs, we have horses, we do meat chickens in the spring and summertime. We have layer chickens as well. If you guys want any information on that, just leave it in the comments and I'll make a video on it. Thanks for watching.